Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Simply Living PEI. So, my name's Tammy. So, those of you who haven't been here before, we left Ontario, oh my gosh, 7 years ago now, and we moved to Prince Edward Island. For me, it's been great health benefit wise. I do have allergies, I am diabetic, all that fun kind of stuff. But I wanted a slower life. Ontario's great, don't get me wrong. If you live there, fabulous. But the hustle and bustle in Ontario just started to get way too much for us. Conveniently, I can still work from home for a company that I worked for, oh gosh, total is 17 years now. So not so bad. Took a little break in the middle, but that's okay. So I ended up with a work at home scenario. Fred, my hubby, we've been together for 22 years. He's a seasonal worker. He is a truck driver by trade, but now he works seasonal, so he's home all winter. So it makes my life easier because we heat by a wood stove. Oh my gosh, cannot talk. If you guys have been here before, you know that's a regular occurrence. But today we're going to talk about the pantry. It's actually a pantry tour day. Now I don't actually have a pantry. I have a closet. I have a set of shelves. I have an island. And I have cupboards. So, yeah, I don't actually have a pantry. And if you guys have been here before, you know that this here is actually the shelves that we use to start our seedlings. Because, as you can tell, there's still lights hanging on it. So let me show you what we've got in the pantry. Because I'm not doing a pantry challenge. But I need to eat down, our freezers. And, well, the biggest things are our freezers and all our jars. So this is what the freezers look like that I recorded this morning. Well, I am not doing a pantry challenge, but if we're going to eat down the pantry, we really need to know what's in here. We've got pork loin. We have pork chops down here. What I'm looking for, though, is corned beef. I was pretty sure I had one left. All right. Let's see what kind of mess we got in this freezer. Okay. Pork chops. What is that? Oh, that's a little corned pork. Closer. Another pork chop. Woo! What else is down here? Lots of pork chops. Lots of chicken. Oh, we found it! Corned beef! Yay! Alright, I gotta put this back together now. Alright, corned beef is taken out. So since we're in here, I'm gonna talk about what we have. Now we have lots of pork chops. We do have a couple of pork loins. We still have one package of meatballs left. Drumsticks. There's a lot of meats in here that we need to eat. Maybe we'll take one of these big pork chops out too for this week. Yeah, let's do that. Alrighty. I do have little pork chops in the other freezer, but the point is, we need to eat down the freezer. So what we've got is we have lots of pork chops. We still have 3 chickens. And we, believe it or not, still have sausage. So the sausage meat that we bought, we still actually have a couple of those. I took one out for sandwiches for this week. We still have, 3 bags of tomatoes for later on. Those are the other 2 chickens there. All right, let me put the box back in and then I'll show you what else I got. Okay, so we put the box back in and yeah, there's another bag of tomatoes there. So this box has some pork ends, but the majority of it are all those packages of just under a ½ pound of ground beef from that big tube of ground beef we bought at Kay's Wholesale. So these are the rest of the ground beef that we're going to eat. There's still some green beans in there, of course. We still have some green beans here. Fred's sausages. He still hasn't opened the other package yet. That's that stuff we bought at Costco. We have a couple of bags of riced veggies left. Oops. And a ground beef that tried to get away. Here we go. Bacon, which fell. So this other bag of potatoes, or tomatoes, whatever those red things are, they're going to go back down in there. This is all the dark meat from one of the turkeys that we bought. He goes down there. 2 pea meal bacon. Some pulled pork. This is the turkey breast. Just one of them. Can you believe the size of that? We have a few pierogies that need to get eaten up. And another thing of pea meal. Now this is just some steak ends, so that needs to get eaten up as well. So that is almost the freezer. That's the celery for soup. 2 random English muffins that are a little icy. Actually, you know, I'm going to take those out because if they're still good, we'll use those for our breakfast sandwiches tomorrow. That's the bag of knotwurst that Fred's currently working on. And finally, the ginger cookies. Now, believe it or not, we actually ate down a little bit. So we do have a few things that do need to get used up. Like we have some fresh pasta where the bags popped. There's some chicken thighs in there, our garlic. This is the last of the finely chopped onions and celery for soup. I mean, actually, it's not doing too bad in the big freezer. This one, believe it or not, is almost organized. Almost organized. This guy, on the other hand, he's not as organized. But I do know relatively where everything is. So we have our butter. We only have 3 things of cream cheese left. We have a few of our peas left from the garden, not very many. Fred's hot dog buns, raspberries, rhubarb, and a bag of blackberries here. These are the other green beans. Tortillas back there. This is our last baked French toast. Blueberries, a couple of our frozen veggies. Hot dogs. I still have 4 pieces of pumpkin pie left. More blackberries. These are peppers for cooking. What is that? Oh, nope. Those are meatballs back there. We still have a couple of freezer meals left. This is all shredded zucchini. These are our beets and the Brussels sprouts we got from the farm. We're still eating the last of this ice cream. We are not big ice cream eaters, so yeah, it's still in there. This is our Swiss chard. There's just random stuff back there. Spinach back there. There's a green bell pepper for some reason. A couple more hot dog buns. We still have one of those natural pulled porks. We got that at the Summerside Butcher Shop. The bagels that we picked up. Woo! So this was part of a short little grocery shop where we bought bagels and milk. Oh, by the way, grocery haul time. 3 packages of bagels, 1 carton of milk. $15.41 at Kay's Fresh Market. Yeah, that was all we bought for groceries. So I suppose, yeah. But we got plain, everything, and sesame seed. And if you've never had these fancy pocket bagels, I turn this over. These are made, where are these made? There they are, Moncton. And they are so good. I'm just telling you. They're really, really good. And what do we got back here? We got rhubarb. We still have some tortellini, peas and carrots, cranberries. And then this mess down here is just a mess. There's that other turkey. And then the freezer drawer. This is the meat that we kind of need to eat first. So the little pork chops, the last of the other hamburger. We still have cookie dough and the other steak. Okay, so what I've got this year is I canned a little over 250 jars. The majority of it is tomato products because we use a lot of tomato sauce. So let me show you what's on the shelf first, and then we'll go to everything else. Welcome to the pantry. All right, let's start at the top. This here is a relish that I love to make. It's called Lady Ashburnham. Now the recipe is an old recipe, but it is not currently safe for canning unless you change it up. And the only thing you really need to do to change it up is take the flour out. Now I cook it longer than the original recipe, and I just add some flour to it. This stuff is fabulous. We just add it to things like chicken salad and egg salad, things like that. I've put it on burgers. I mean, it's just really good. So just saying. That is this year's icicle pickles. Oh, by the way, these ones came out so good. Thanks again to my friend Barb for sharing her recipe. All of this here is our apple juice from our apples here. So we got some small jars and some large jars. I don't filter it, so there is sediment. Just so you know, we don't filter it, but it's still, it's good. Now when I drink it, it's pretty tangy, by the way, because this stuff here is from cooking apples. So good. These are the dill pickle spears that we made. Now I haven't tried these yet to see if they're soggy. You know I have a problem with dill pickles. So if you've been around any length of time, you know I've tried to make dill pickles before and they always come out soft. So this is the first time that I made pickles using alum, and I let them soak for 24 hours and I tried it again. So I'm hoping they come out good. I just haven't eaten any yet. I should crack one of those open. I really want to know how they came out. All right, next shelf down. This is our chili sauce. Now, if you're Canadian, you know chili sauce. Some people call it tomato jam. It really depends on where you live in Canada. Basically, it's like pickled salsa without the heat. I don't know how to describe it. This stuff here, 9 times out of 10, I just cook macaroni and I put it in and that's what I eat. That's what I like. We have our tomato paste. We don't have a lot. I only have 11 jars. That's all we have for tomato paste. And this is our stewed tomatoes. So now stewed tomatoes are basically just diced tomatoes, onions, peppers, celery. Really, really, really good. So we use these. What do we use our stewed tomatoes for? We use it for so many things. Like we'll bake pork chops in it and then put it over rice. We'll add it to spaghetti sauce, all that stuff. I did have some stewed tomatoes left, but not enough for a full canner load of the bigger jars. So I actually made salsa. I just added some salsa seasoning to it. Came out great. Plain tomato sauce, larger jars. These are 750 milliliter jars. We also have, there we go. This is the Italian spaghetti tomato sauce. I just added Italian seasoning to these. Comes out so good. But now we're on to this row. We have the bean and ham soup, split pea soup. These are sweet pickles, bread and butter pickles. Came out really, really good, by the way. Just some ground beef. Yeah, there's still a fair amount of fat. Now, when you do ground beef, you cook it first. Just add some water and a tiny bit of salt, and you pressure can it. It actually works really well. So I can take this and make a wicked chili. Speaking of this is the chili base that we made together. Oh, fabulous flavor. We have a few jars of tomato sauce in here. There's 8 jars of tomato sauce. Very tasty. And we made some more turkey stock. Look at the color. Isn't that fabulous? So with the 2 turkeys that I bought just after Christmas, we cooked one. And as you guys already saw, we still have a lot of dark meat and the big turkey breast, can't talk today, in the freezer. But I also had a lot of good veggie scraps, so onions, onion peels, garlic, just some random garlic, celery pieces, celery stalks, the little leaves, carrot ends, all the good stuff. And I put all the bones from that first turkey, all the scraps from that turkey, and it just cooked all day. And I got that beautiful turkey stock, and wow, does it ever taste good. Just saying, it's good. So now down below we have got diced tomatoes. Now the funny part is on my diced tomatoes, there's even yellow tomatoes and stuff in there. It's like, hey, it doesn't matter what color they are. Tomatoes are tomatoes, right? Well, there's just some smaller jars of that turkey stock. More bread and butter pickles. Dilly beans. I haven't tried them yet either, so they should be really ready to go. And some baked beans for Fred. And more tomato sauce. So one of the cool things about tomato sauce is you can make some really good tomato soup with that. I can take one of those jars of tomato sauce, add a clove of frozen garlic that I have, add some onion powder. Yeah, I guess it really depends on what you like. Warm it all up. Put it in the blender with a little bit of milk. Oh, fabulous creamy tomato soup. Just saying. Now, in case anybody's worried, I do keep the covered with a very, very thick curtain that I just kind of attach to the top. It does stay dark. They stay safe. No problems. Let me show you where else I have a bunch of food stashed. Wow. My pantry is everywhere. Okay, so this shelf I bought recently, and I have to admit has turned out to be a great idea. Oh, I still have cookies sitting there. I should probably eat those up. What I did is a lot of the jars and the plastic containers that we use back there for pasta, instead of keeping them stashed in the cupboard, I decided to put them on this set of shelves. And it's worked out great for me. So I've got steel cut, these are quick cook steel cut oats, my apricots, these are some smokehouse almonds, some regular oatmeal, my chicken stock cubes. These are the exact same ones I bought when I was in Tunisia, and I love them, and I got them off of Amazon, so fabulous. The white rice that I'm really not supposed to be eating, but I still have some that needs to get used up. We have got some onions in here. I got one that's sprouting. I should probably put that in some dirt. I have sprouting sweet potatoes. Check it out. I decided to leave them. We're going to see if we can plant these in the fall. So they just kind of happily hang out in there. I've got my parsley, which I'm low on. My seasoned salt and the Bam. We made these together. Totally tasty stuff. Onion powder, garlic powder, Italian seasoning, that black cocoa. By the way, if you can get black cocoa where you are, get it. Of course, my bone broth. I mean, the things that I use are all up here where I can get to it. I also put my containers, so my flour, I have some pasta, raisins, basmati, my oatmeal, my pancake mix, but the part that I love are these. These are the squashes that we grew, our pumpkins that we grew. Check it out. Ha-ha. So this shelf right here has turned out to be a fabulous addition to the kitchen. On to the closet. Check out this neat one though. I needed a new place to hang our shopping list. It worked out well. Now I know the closet is a mess. The closet is always a mess. When has this closet never been a mess? So we do have some just extras, basmati rice, more rice back there. We have brown sugar. The bucket is the flour, and I got a new bag of flour hiding down there. Oatmeal, and this is just the overflow rice. My emergency water in case the power goes out. Now this here is still rhubarb juice. I made so much, I haven't finished it, but that's okay. We have got two turkey stock, 3 more split pea and ham soup. We have 2 jars of cider left. Now this is just a pressing from uncooked apples. Not steam juiced. These are just pressed and we use them. We just add some like mulling spices to it. Totally tasty. This is the vegetable beef soup that we made together. There's not much left. We have 8 jars left. Wow. And all this down here is jams. Rhubarb jam, blackberry jam, Fred jam, which is just fruit. This is all jam. We got lots of jam. And I still have a little bit of, it's not really canning, of course, but I have a little bit of beef jerky left. Now, all these jars down here are random jars. There's jam, a little bit of apple juice. There's some older pickles down here. We still have 1 jar of turnip left. On this side, we have the last case of tomato sauce, and our pumpkin. Now up here, we have zucchini relish. Actually, I have 2 boxes of zucchini relish. An entire box of Victorian barbecue sauce, because you know I love that stuff. And just a couple of random random jars of just relish. Now, believe it or not, we've actually eaten down a lot of the dried beans and things that we have. So I'm down to probably about 4 cups of dried kidney beans. I've got a couple of cups left of chickpeas, a couple of cups left. I can't say that. Did you notice? A couple of cups left. Kidney beans, pinto beans, and navy beans. I'm almost out of barley, but I have way too much brown rice. So brown rice is something that we're seriously going to be using over the winter season. Now this cupboard here, this is the one that we were using for our store-boughts. So I've got 1 thing of black olives left, a couple of cans of mixed veggies. There's not really much up there left. We've got soups, random jams back there, and some chutneys. More soup, canned veggies. This one has turned out to be a random jar, or a random drawer. Got some taco mix. I have 4 boxes. No, I lied. 5 boxes of stovetop. Box of hamburger helper. A little bit of pasta, butter chicken. I mean, random things. I still have 1 can of Sprague baked beans. I got to get some more of these when they go on sale. Wow, are they ever good? What do we got down here? Just random stuff. Some more Sprague veggies. Oh, I have to label those last 4. I should do that. And then all Fred's Craft Dinner. And our pasta. And on the bottom of the pasta bag is a great big bag of brown rice. That's our pantry tour. Wow. Now the freezers, that's going to be a job. So, not 100% sure where or what we're going to do or how we're going to eat through it. I pulled out the corned beef for this week and the pork chop. I've got one of the things of sausage out, so the bagels and the sausage will be breakfast sandwiches for the week. Not so bad, actually, because 1 of those pounds of sausage will make Fred and I a breakfast sandwich both, probably for about 3 days. I do eat a fair amount of oatmeal, and Fred does eat his cereal. Actually, pretty much that's all Fred eats is cereal. So like I said, we're not doing a pantry challenge. If I need something, I'm going to go and get it. The things that we're probably going to need are milk and bread, buns for Fred, sausages, because even though I have the bread machine, making buns, I'm just not any good at it. Maybe we'll try that this winter and see if I can get them to come out well. But yeah, that's our pantry. It is officially January. I want to see how much we can eat down. So now here is my goal. Whether it works or not, it's a whole other story. I want to eat down the chest freezer. Kind of transfer things to the upright as I go. So that way we can defrost the chest freezer in the spring and then do a good reorganization on that chest freezer. Because hey, chest freezers, they get frosty and they need to be cleaned. So that's the goal. Hopefully by the time Fred goes back to work. So if you're doing the pantry challenge, good luck. I'm going to link the 3 Rivers down below. So it's called the 3 Rivers Pantry Challenge. Now technically, I guess it's 3 months. I've never done it. It freaks me out. totally freaks me out. Not gonna lie there. We don't have like dairy that we can readily just get from our backyard. We have to go to the store for it. Now, I bet you could probably do it though if you went to pick up dairy. But hey, if I was a vegan, I'd be set. Well, except for the fact that both of my freezers are full of meat. Let me amend that. If I was vegan and I had a whole stocked pantry and I didn't eat dairy, I'd probably be in pretty good shape, but I'm not. Alrighty. Okay, everybody. Like I said, I'm going to link the Three Rivers Pantry Challenge down below. Take a look if you want to give it a shot. No, you don't have to do a pantry challenge in the middle of winter. You want to do a pantry challenge in the spring and get ready for the summer season in the garden? Go for it. Okay, folks. I think it is time to make my weekly menu because it is Saturday. And we'll see you guys next time as we continue our simpler life here on PEI. Bye for now.